Hello, Dolphins fans. I'm AquaVeil, and this is obviously my 2025 schedule win prediction video. I have to go over about 3 different things real quick to preface before I actually get into this video right now. One, I'm going into this with everybody being healthy throughout the entire season. No concussions for Tua, no issues with injuries in corners, no nothing. This is going to be a full on just looking at this with the blinders of no injuries happening. Number 2, I'm going to be going week by week after this. After this video is uploaded, I'm going to be doing score prediction videos of every single game before those games happen, just so I have the freshest knowledge, the freshest news and information about the team and the injuries with them. So by that point in time, this video might become obsolete when it comes to the score prediction videos coming out every single week. Why? Because obviously my opinions might change here and there from this video based on injuries that might happen, pickups that might happen, injuries with other teams, other variables coming around that I can't foresee right now. And then number 3, this is all my opinion. I'm going off of just opinions that I have. You might have differing opinions, and that's fine. Just if you want to see, if you have a different opinion on something, just let me know in the comments and just tell me if I'm smart or stupid or not. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so let's get right into this. As you can tell, the color of my marker is a bit red right now. As we start with week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. In Indianapolis, might I add. I gotta say right off the bat, this is going to be a good start for the Dolphins. I think it's going to be a really good start. I think the Dolphins are a better team than the Colts, offensively and defensively. I do think Tua is a better leader and a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. I do think the Dolphins have better weapons. I do think the Dolphins have better defense. I 100% believe, coming right off the bat, the Dolphins are going to come into Indianapolis and they're going to smack Daniel Jones around. And why I say smack him around is, regardless of him being a starting quarterback and how he has a great record on starting a season, I think the Dolphins can come in there. I don't think he has a great offensive line still. I think the Dolphins can get to him several times, and by several times, I mean about maybe 5 sacks on that game, with at least 1 interception, if not 2, because Daniel Jones, can either be Danny Dimes or Danny Derps and throw a pick or 2. So I think the Dolphins are going to come in and absolutely beat the Colts right off the bat. It's going to be a good showing for the Dolphins to start the season, at least in my opinion. When it comes to the week 2 against the Patriots, though, we are at home. And where do the Patriots usually struggle historically? In Miami. I don't think it's going to change. I want to love this team. I want to love Mike Vrabel. I want to love the offense that they have. I want to be there and root for them like Frost does, but I just can't. I think the Dolphins are going to come back home. They're going to be at home against the Patriots. Nice, lovely, hot weather, and make the Patriots sit in the sunlight and absolutely melt on the sideline while the Dolphins run away with this game, hopefully. You never know, it might be a close game, but I do think the Dolphins are going to win this game and start the season off 2-0. 2-0. Had to do it. Week 3, Thursday Night Football at Buffalo. This is the game where it's going to be the real challenge. This is the start of finding out who the Dolphins are. Are the Dolphins good enough? Will the Dolphins not be good enough? Are the haters correct? Are the loyalists also correct? I don't know. This is going to be one of those games where the Dolphins go in, either be purely in hype, ready to go, ready to beat the Bills, or they're going to come in and get smacked. Now, I gotta say, Josh Allen and the Bills usually have a really great team. Great offense, great defense, and they're usually the Super Bowl contender of the preseason. And I still think that's going to be the same thing right now. The AFC East runs through Buffalo at the moment, kind of like the AFC East ran through Patriots when Bill Belichick and Tom Brady were there. I don't think the Dolphins can go into this Thursday night football game in Buffalo and just beat Buffalo right now. I don't think so, not yet. I would love to be proven wrong on that. I just don't trust them, especially on a short week. On prime time, might I add, which the Dolphins usually struggle greatly on prime time. Doesn't matter if it's a good team or a bad team, they somehow find a way to flop in the spotlight. And I hate that, but historically, this is a problem. So I do think the Dolphins are going to come in and lose, unfortunately. Then we have an extended grace period. We have like an extra like 4 days of rest before we go up against the Jets at home, Monday Night Football on ESPN. And guess what? We're using the new jerseys as well. The new jerseys, and I think they're using Gotham City. I think they're going to be like wearing some Gotham City-esque jerseys, which is going to be a little bit weird. But it's going to be a primetime game. I think the Jets just aren't that good of a team still. I don't trust their offense. I don't trust their defense. Their defense is definitely a good defense, usually at least top 15 in the league every single year. Usually their defensive coordinator fucking balls out when it comes to defense. But I don't trust their offense at all, no matter who's at quarterback right now or who's there. I feel bad for Garrett Wilson because he's a really good wide receiver and probably going to put up like at maybe around 13 to 1,400 yards this season with ease. I just don't trust the Jets. I think this is going to be the primetime game where the Dolphins show up and actually perform on primetime, which I'm kind of excited about. Now, when it comes to the Panthers, though, in Week 5, it's the Panthers. Do I need to say more? I don't know. I think the Panthers are probably going to be one of the worst teams this year, and there's another team on that the Dolphins are going to be going up against that I'm really, really not excited to see play this year because they're really they look like they're going to be really bad, at least how this roster is built. The Panthers just don't look like a really well-built team right now. I feel bad because I like the Panthers, but I also don't think they're going to be a much threat to the Dolphins in Week 5. I think the Dolphins are going to basically steamroll over them. The Tua Herbert Bowl in Week 6, Dolphins are going to be at home against the Chargers, and who has a hard time against the Dolphins? The Chargers. For some reason. You'd think putting a 9-volt battery in some water where a dolphin is swimming around would, kill it, but I'm just saying they just fail. I just don't think this is going to be like a good game for them. I think they're going to come in, they're going to lose again. They have a losing record in total in the last several years when it comes to like Tua and Herbert. Like it's a losing record right now. I don't think they have beaten the Dolphins since Tua and Herbert have taken over for both teams respectively. I think the Dolphins have the Chargers' number for some reason. And plus, it's going to be at home this time. So I think the Dolphins are going to get that win and extend their lead, their win record right there. Then we go to the Browns in Week 7 and the Falcons. I don't really want to spend too much time talking about them. The Browns are a mess. They always have been. Same for the Falcons. The Falcons just have become such a lolcow of a team. Yeah, I'm using that one. They just look like they just haven't been a great team since 28-3. I don't know what it is. Maybe that has cursed their franchise, but they just have not looked very good at all since then. It's weird, okay? It's just weird. They just do this every single time. I don't know. I think they're going to lose. I think the Dolphins are going to have a nice win streak right here after losing to the Bills. They're going to come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins and 1 loss. It's going to be a nice start before, getting to, the Thursday night football game against the Ravens. Which I'm just going to go right off the bat, and it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen for the Dolphins this year. I do not think so. The Ravens are, in my opinion, my Super Bowl contender. I think the Ravens are going into the Super Bowl this year for the AFC side. I like their offense. I like their defense. Their special teams unit is good. Actually, I don't know because, their kicker was, liked getting the happy endings, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. I just think the Ravens are a much better team than the Dolphins are, at least from what I understand the Dolphins are right now. I'm not saying that they can't be a good team. I'm just saying right now, I don't really trust them. I don't trust them just yet to go up against a Super Bowl caliber of a team. That offense, a mobile quarterback, you got Derrick Henry, you got Mark Andrews still, you got quality wide receivers, like really, really good wide receivers. I think that offense is going to steamroll the Dolphins' a little bit more inexperienced secondary, a little bit less experienced defensive line. I think the defense, we can get pressure on them. If we could maybe slow down Derrick Henry or stop Lamar Jackson from running around, maybe, but at least for right now, I just don't think so. To be fair, I think the Dolphins are going to lose that game, especially because again, it is on prime time. I just don't think that's going to work out for the Dolphins. And then when it comes to the Bills at home, here's the thing. I want to say that the Dolphins can win this game. It's going to be at home. It's going to be November. It's going to be chilly up in Buffalo. But I think right now, I think it's going to be this weird thing's going to happen, this weird thing is going to happen, and for some reason, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. At least for right now, I don't think they're going to be able to do that, I don't know what it is. I really don't, but I don't think that they can do this right here, okay? And then when it comes to the Commanders in Madrid at 9:30 in the morning, I don't know what it is. I want the Dolphins to win this game. I don't think the Commanders are a better team than the Dolphins, but I'm kind of scared about the Madrid portion of this. Traveling to Madrid. I don't know if that's what's scaring me, but I do think the Dolphins are a better team than them. So I think the Dolphins could get the win, but I want to put preface on that Madrid. That Madrid travel could flip the script really quick. I think they could easily get their butts beat in that one. So after stopping the streak, I think they pick up a win just before the bye. So they come in, get that win, go to the bye, rest up, come out against the Saints. My consensus worst team. They are the worst team in the NFL. I have no thoughts that they could actually lose to the Saints right now. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. I think the quarterback battle is, up in thin air. They have like 12 different quarterbacks, and all of them have almost no experience, really. I think the Dolphins can steamroll that. I also think the Dolphins can go up to the Jet Stadium, and I think they can squeak out a win against the Jets. I don't think the Dolphins are going to lose that. I think they're going to sweep the Jets this season, kind of like the Bills sweep the Dolphins. I think the Jets are going to lose that. I'm hoping the Dolphins come out of the bye, and they're like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 wins. We need just that 10th win, and we'll be golden. I think they can do this right here. I think they can get that. Steelers, though, I think the Steelers are going to come in. They're going to show that the Dolphins are pretty much booty hole. They're going to come in and lose that. I do think the Dolphins can come in and beat the Bengals, but, it's Sunday Night Football. I think it's going to come in and be like, you guys suck butthole or whatever, and they're going to be doing that right there. It's going to be the Bengals coming in and screwing the Dolphins' plans, to be honest. And then coming in against the Buccaneers, I think the Dolphins are a better team than the Buccaneers currently right now. I do like the Dolphins more than the Buccaneers. I want to root for the Buccaneers because they're like the second Florida team that I would root for because I'm closer to the Buccaneers than Jacksonville or Miami currently. So, but I do think the Bills and the Dolphins can beat the Buccaneers right now. So before we go to the Patriots game, the away game, Week 18, the game that the Dolphins probably need to win to get into the postseason. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, an 11 win season right there, right off the bat. 11 wins is how I have them right now. 11. And why I don't seem like I sound happy is because I think this is where the Dolphins are going to get smacked by the Patriots. They're going to come in. Mike Vrabel is going to be looking really good at this point. He's going to be coming in hot. Dolphins are riding to success. They're riding the hopium after beating some of the bad teams here and there, and coming in after beating the Buccaneers, like, okay, we're in the playoffs. We're ready to go. We need this win to possibly maybe get like maybe get a higher spot, higher seeding in the postseason. And I think they're going to come in with the Patriots being spoil sports and smack the Dolphins down like the Dolphins did in Tom Brady's last game as a Patriot in the regular season. I think that's going to happen. I think it's going to just like demoralize the Dolphins real quick. Take the Dolphins to a loss before going to the postseason, which I do have the Dolphins in the postseason at least this year, hopefully. But I think the Patriots will come in and spoil everything. So that's pretty much it. I am having them at 11 and 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I can count, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 6. If I can count, I swear to God. That's where I think the Dolphins could be this year. I like 11 and 6. I really do. I think that is like the probably the best the best middle scenario. Like maybe the Dolphins come out and they actually beat the Bills one time, make it 12 and 5, or they actually beat the Patriots as well, make it 13 and 4. I don't know. That could be like the ceiling. Maybe they beat certain teams that I'm not expecting them to beat. Maybe they beat the Bengals or the Steelers instead of like the Bills and the Patriots. I don't know, but right now I'm thinking 11 and 6 would be the probable around the optimistic kind of view. The Dolphins season could go worse, always. Instead, they could lose to them, which makes it a 10 and 7 season. Could possibly lose to the Buccaneers, make that a 9 and 8 season. Could possibly even come out week 1 or against the Browns here and make it an 8 and 9 season. And the Dolphins completely miss the postseason, and everybody gets fired. You never know. I'm just going off of my personal opinion here, and hopefully you have your own opinions, you agree, you disagree. I would love to hear that in the comments. So with that, thank you for watching. Let me also do this real quick. Can I get you to work right here? Oh yeah, that's right, this thing don't like to work right now, so let's go like this. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I have. Super freaking good, quality freaking work right there. 11 and 6 is what I got. So, thank you for watching. Leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. Want to see more, subscribe. All that nonsense. Like I said, if you have different opinions or you have the same opinion, in the comments below or something, And with that, I'm gonna go. So, goodbye, everybody.